it's complicated, and it's also not. Uh, I had this thought when I was out in the woods and about my kids and about kind of awakening, when you start to realize that everything isn't the way it seems, this awakening process. I'm kind of talking through it at a basic level, and you awaken to who you really are as a spirit, and that you chose to come here and stuff I've talked about before and have this incarnation and sign up for these experiences and these soul contracts. So you consciously evolve, and coming to those awakenings and whatnot through some really intense experiences, and then kind of like later in life where you've run into the woods, so to speak, really far and bought into all the systems and kind of hooked your kids into the systems, and then like it's almost like there's this, you've created this cyclone, or you have, obviously I chose to do this, where you want to protect them on some level from the system, because they're going to be in it whether you like it or not, because you can't live their lives for them and you don't have the resources to keep them out of it. Multidimensionally, yes, things can shift, and that's really the only way. Right now I don't think we're playing in 3D and 4D, but so looking at it multidimensionally and praying, and boots on the ground, it's hard. It's hard with the boots on the ground. I'm not going to lie. And it's not hard every day. Well, there's always pieces of hard, but like I've said, we're not here to just experience the high notes. We want to stretch. So like the joy that I can get because the depths I've been in is unbelievable. Just right now out in the woods, like bliss party bliss. But, so seeing this with, my kids, and, realizing they kind of have to earn it themselves, and not earn it, but if they're going to awaken to what's going on and manage to step out of the systems, it's like I can't do it for them. But also I know so much of it was my own ignorance, not knowing that these things that were supposedly all helpful for them, and these ways of doing things externally were all going to lead to this safe, comfortable outcome, which there is never a safe, comfortable day in our situation. And that's great. I mean, again, I chose this, but I guess I'm talking through the stretch that I feel within like my own circumstances over the course of a day, and also the like what, like how do I even navigate this when they have to go through it themselves, but to do it, they're going to end up in the system, maybe even deeper into the system than they already are now. And ultimately, I just got to let go. And I don't want a bunch of people jumping on here and telling me, not to draw things to myself or whatnot, because this is where I am. Maybe that's happening by talking about it. I don't know. But boots on the ground, this is not easy when you've awoken, but you still have to manage people that are somewhat awake, and that's just it. Like with my son, he's freaking awake, but he's 22. He's got to go through some stuff himself. And I don't want to say earn it, but like he feels it himself, but he has to go out and walk through some of these experiences in life. But there's no really way for him to do it in any way other than this fuckery. And it's just such a mind fuck. So I'm going to throw it all up in the air. Like my friend Paul, who guiding light for me, passed in, God, I don't even know what year now. 2018, 2016. I don't know, but he was somebody I met in the halls. And when I was really, really in a desperate place, good friend. Anyways, he still speaks to me, and he just say, I just am throwing it all up in the air. God, if you want me here walking through this, help. And I say it to myself too, my higher self. Let's pull this along, girl. And so much gratitude to be. Wow, is it juicy.